Lotus Squad. Happy New Year's Eve to all of you guys. If you are new to the channel, welcome to Sage Lotus Tarot 888. I wanted to come on here and do a quick reading for the upcoming year, y'all. And tell me why, before I even had the chance to press record, already there were some obstacles that I ran into. Now, I can giggle about it now, it's no big deal, but I had to just take a deep breath before I even got into this because I almost let that frustration sweep me away, girl. Okay? But with that said, I am not going to waste you guys' time, and I'm going to get right into this and ask of the cards. Guys, I hope you guys are doing well and having a great day, and may you stay highly blessed and favored, okay? And stay blessed and highly favored as well. I know I completely butchered that, but don't worry about it. We're going to keep it moving. So with that said, I'm going to ask of the cards, guys. God, I ask you to please reveal to me what spirit messages you have for the collective, all zodiac signs, and what is the best advice to navigate through these energies for the upcoming year 2025. What do we need to see? And I'm going to be honest with you guys. Besides the whole frustration aspect, I do have a really good feeling about this year. As long as we're staying focused and we're staying vigilant and using our discernment to make sure we're around others that are of like mind and spirit, there's no telling how far we can go. I mean, the sky is not just the limit. That's how I feel. But the initial experience, okay, it seems like we're not yet out of the woods when it comes to fighting through some of the trials and tribulations that we've been dealing with thus far. Now, that's not a bad thing, okay? It might sound bad, but it's not a bad thing. Because once I got past the initial frustration and once I got past the initial feeling of wanting to give up, because I came close. I was like, now this has never happened. What is all of this? I started feeling tense in my body. I started getting hot. I started like pouting a little bit. Like I was going through it, y'all. But once I got past all of that, once I got past the little things that crop up that don't go according to plan or throw things out of whack, we're here. And that's a good thing, because old me would have been like, you know what, it ain't meant to be. I'm gonna just go ahead and pour me up some champagne and call it a day. But today, and we ain't even in the new year yet, right? Today I said, no, honey, you have to, like, everything inside of me was telling me, like, nah, you're not gonna be good enough, or whatever, you know, all these negative things that I internalized over the years. And I said, no, not today. Let's get started. Five of Swords reversed, okay? I feel like there are a lot of resentments with the people around you, because some of these people that you may have been surrounded with are quite literally and quite simply bullies. They're very petty. They always want to pull you in a fight. They always want to start something with you. You've dealt with people that have stabbed you in the back, you know, tried to play you right in your face, even though you knew, you know, from the jump what it was. All this unnecessary conflict. You know, you could be dealing with people that owe you money and they're not paying it back, and you've tried time and time again to reach out to them and figure out, hey, what's going on with this or whatever, and they're avoiding you. I also see that there were relationships that we've dealt with from this year going into the new year. Like, this is what we're leaving behind, right? Let's start there. What we're leaving behind is this type of energy. People that are bullies. People that always have to one-up you. People that wanted to cause losses for you. You know, people that you've helped throughout the years that didn't reciprocate. One-sided relationships. We are ending the year with that. And I know this is going to sound cliche as hell, But out with the old, in with the new, girl. I'm telling you. Because this right here, the people that we haven't been getting along with, whether it's family or whoever they are, right? We're deciding to walk away from this and close the door. We haven't even gotten into the spread yet, y'all, but I'm just touching on the overall energy of what we're coming out of and then what we're going into, because this is beautiful. This is beautiful. Let me lay this out. Okay. So I feel like this has something to do with relationships and family. Sometimes there are just those rare few, or maybe even a lot of people that you just don't get along with, and that they just you don't mesh, and you haven't really. Whenever you were around some of these people, they made you feel lonelier than you did when you were just alone. Oh, you shed a lot of tears over these people here. And guys, you might hear my son snoring in the back, but anyway, he is going off, girl. Like, but anyway, let me stay focused. The energy that we touched on in the previous reading, I believe it was titled, "Their time stalking and sabotaging you is up." It's the same energy. Like, we're keeping the same energy. We're not dealing with people that drain us. We're not dealing with people that we've already been there, done that with. We are collaborating with those of like mind and like spirit. We are focused on new beginnings. And I see that money is looking good, girl. Money was looking funny at first, but now it's looking good. Okay? For real. But the challenge is to open our hearts a little bit more. Open our hearts to self love. What you know deep down inside of you, and I hope I didn't mess the mic up when I did that, but what you know you feel deep down inside of you, don't ignore that. Your intuitive responses, don't ignore that. Don't try to mask it with drinking or with distracting yourself with other people's problems, and try to release the anger. Some of us, and this could be a water sign, specifically Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, or they may have this sign in their chart. Apply it to your situation. But some of us are still holding on to anger, or we may be around someone that's still holding on to their anger. And they're very insecure. They try to hide what it is that they feel because of the past. Just simply put, because of the past. Because of the people that betrayed them. I mean, we're talking all the way back in childhood type stuff. Some of us may have felt alienated or isolated from the family. Some of us may have been isolating ourselves because there have been so many scenarios where we've been there, done that. It's like the same, different faces, but the same situation almost. This is what we're walking away from. And we're moving into this energy. So, in the beginning, we may be a bit hesitant to fully express ourselves, unapologetically express ourselves. We may be a bit hesitant in pursuing our goals, our dreams, or whatever your aspirations are. We're coming out of that period of isolation and withdrawal, and we're moving forward into new beginnings. So you're going to hit the ground running from the first month all the way through December. In the first 3 months, the first quarter, you're going to find people of like mind and people that could teach you new skills, people that you can actually collaborate with and work with towards the same goal. So you guys could be planning a trip, making a plan to collaborate in some way. Training may be starting for some of you who have found new jobs. I even see that if you guys want to go back to school, I'm seeing that you'll be able to manifest abundance for yourself in doing so. We're coming out of a period of delay. It's a very slow moving energy that I sense and see when it comes to our progress. And we get to a point where we're starting to speak our truth. We're starting to see the truth. The veil has been lifted. And victory is ours. Because we're not going back. Like I said about that energy of frustration, that spirit of frustration, anger. We've been through so many different wars with people. I mean, someone never came through in the past, even though you were always showing up for them, and now they're trying to come back, and it's you've decided, I'm going to stand 10 toes down on business and just focus on me and healing my heart, because there's still a lot of frustration here with this. Somebody was afraid to show you their true selves, even though you came as you were 100%. You've always been yourself. You've always been nurturing, but it got to the point to where it became toxic. Fighting. I'm hearing people always starting arguments. Someone finally just got fed up with it. All these people that were trying to compete with you in some way, they just wanted to cause conflict and cause stress and make you angry. The advice, though, is clear as day. Stay focused on your goals and your goals alone, and on what you know of yourself, who you know yourself to be. Find the value in yourself, because I see that we are. I mean, we're making plans to move forward in life. We're finding new opportunities. Some of us could be looking for a new home, new work, as stated before. We're finding these things. Multiple streams of income. Some of us are making plans to actually figure out a way to get or sustain or maintain generational wealth. Learning about how one can do that if one so chooses. Somebody got out of jail. Somebody fresh out of the pen. Like, just they fresh out, and somebody is stuck out. Maybe somebody is realizing that what they thought you were or who they thought you were is not at all who you are. Don't sacrifice yourself for them. And don't sacrifice your time, energy, and your peace, your space even. Um, just for the sake of love or for the sake of knowing someone for a long time or whatever the case may be. I'm hearing watch who you communicate with and what you communicate to these people as well. Things may not move as quickly as you would like them to, but they are in fact moving forward for the better. These new beginnings, you will start to see them bear fruit. Some of you guys may be overworking, or maybe you've been out of work for a long time and finally you get an opportunity and now you can start building. That's what I see. Slow and steady wins the race, you guys. And watch what you spend your money on, is what I'm seeing. Because I'm seeing some sort of imbalance with this here. So far I see Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. So watch your spending. Some of you guys may be spending money on drinks, and you know what? I'm gonna be honest. I'm not even finna front. Like, there are times where I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna get a box of wine, you know, and I'm just gonna drink, drink until I go to bed, and wake up and deal with the rest tomorrow. But there were times where that would even go too far. And I'm drunk now and drinking on top of, you know, feelings that I'm trying to stuff down that are already volatile. I had to learn, okay, it's okay to feel. It is okay to feel, girl. And I think that's something that we're also working through for some of us as well. But I want to see this Queen of Pentacles reversed real quick. I'm going to clarify a few of these before I wrap this up. Who is this Queen of Pentacles reversed? Okay. So this could have something to do with not just relationships and family, as we've touched on already, but we've been dealing with some instability regarding our finances. Like I said, if we're in a situation where we were out of work for a while, now we're finding something new later on down the line, or in the near future here, we're having to play catch up. And for some of us, that could also be a source of frustration as well. But patience is the key. This is also indicative of relationships just getting to a point where you've grown apart. You've simply grown apart. Even family members, it's gotten to a point to where it's like, I'm just doing this and going through the motions because this is all I've ever done. And when it comes to playing catch up, you'll get there. I do see that you will get there. But it's a matter of working through the stages of building. Because that's what I'm seeing when it comes to like the impatience or kind of hesitating and not quite sure if things are going to go well, but they will. It's just going to be a delay. And that's what I'm seeing with this here. Somebody wants to come back, for sure. There could be a lot of people that wanted to come back. Or maybe you might, you know, grapple with the struggle of being torn. You don't know if you should let them go because of all the time you spent with them, or because how their family. I mean, that's not an easy thing to let go, especially when there are things that have been left unsaid. So, I feel like there's someone here that feels like they held back, held back so much so that you stopped that whole revolving door. You finally decided, no, I don't want to do this. I'm not wanting to discuss things or rediscuss things or hear the same old apologies. For some of us, we could be feeling stuck on something mentally. We're still thinking about things that we've gone through throughout our life up until, January 1st and on. I mean, of course, we all go through things in life. We all deal with loss. And it's understandable, especially if you have always surrounded yourself with people that are not wanting to grow. You know, it just seems like although we're dealing with this new beginning, we're still grieving. And some of these are things that no one else knows about, or maybe one other person knows about, or something to that effect. I want to look into this a little bit more. Three of Wands reversed. Because this is a beautiful energy to go into. New beginnings. I mean, we have two victory cards. Chariot. I mean, we moved on. We're not going back. We're saying no. Hell no. You know that they always allow their insecurities to get in the way. They seem to always suck the joy out of the room somehow. And you're like, you know what? Been there, done that. Not doing it anymore. Hermit reversed. Yeah, this person is bored of this person's antics. If some of you are dealing with relationships, like marriages or committed, relationships, somebody is reaching a point where they're accepting the fact that even though someone's potential is beyond great, they're just not going to live up to it. Or they haven't. So much so, and so many times. I mean, that you have no choice but to walk away. Somebody's still trying to hold on to you. Somebody's getting greedy, guys. I keep seeing that energy. So guys, be careful with that. Somebody is very materialistic. Girl, I'm telling you, there are so many cards. So I like how this Wheel of Fortune came out, but I'm telling you, listen, this is throwing me off. This is throwing me off because we have the Wheel of Fortune, but then we have all these fears and doubts and all this pressure while we're in the midst of healing and dealing with all of these people that are offering their cup to us that we know deep down are deceptive, and we've accepted this, but we're still grieving. And we have to accept that we're still grieving. And that could be a big reason why a lot of us are blocking our heart off in a lot of ways. I do see that regardless of the grieving process and all of that we've gone through, victory is ours. Like I'm literally seeing that by you saying no to BS and saying yes to yourself, for some of us for the first time ever in life, that has literally changed the trajectory of where you're headed. But you may be dealing with a little bit of insecurity attached to the grieving process and what you've been through. And it's okay to take your time to work through these things. You know, I feel like that's exactly what we're doing. Like it's not stopping our shine. It's not stopping our growth, but we're still grieving something here. Yeah, some of us could have been dealing with like a stagnant situation regarding work or living situations because of issues around anger, dealing with angry people in the workplace, dealing with angry people in, the home. Somebody is extremely stubborn. They're very stubborn. See, and this goes back to what I mentioned earlier about feeling torn. You know, some of us may get those messages talking about, I was wrong, or whatever they never said to make things right, or the one thing that you were waiting for them to say. Maybe they're coming back and saying these things, but they're all over the place. They're not focused. They're not moving forward. There's a lot of opposition with this, you guys. There could be a situation where somebody is just all about appearances, all about money. You know, I mean, and it's like while we're over here blessed and standing in our truth, standing in our purpose, it's like somebody just wants to come around to frustrate you. It's not stopping anything, though. That's the thing. It's not stopping anything. It's getting to a point where it's like, you had to separate yourself or, keep your distance from the majority of these people. And it's working in your favor. That's the thing. That's what's kind of, that's what's getting me. Like, there are so many things to look forward to for 2025. And you already see them right in front of you. You got them in motion. It's in work. But then you still have these people that want to keep you stuck, or they're still stuck on a point in time where they thought they knew you or whatever, They want to keep you stuck. It's not working, but it may lead to feelings of not only insecurity because they're always looking for ways to make you feel bad about yourself, or I keep getting this vibe like they always want to try to dim your light. And it may have worked initially, maybe at the beginning, the very start of the new year. Maybe we're kind of still coming out of that haze, that fog, because we're focused on the long term. We're focused on like-minded individuals. We're done dealing with this. Something's gonna come out in the wash, some truth about another woman, if it's dealing with a marriage, or For the ladies out there with, your girlfriends, you could be finding something out about that. I'm hearing smashing the homie. Mm. I'm hearing, mom taking their daughters or trying to take their daughters' men or something. You know, something's going to come out in the wash with whoever this jealous, overly ego based female is right here. It could be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius for some of you, a Leo specifically for some of you. I mean, she is not friendly by any means. She may have red hair for some of you. Maybe you guys were friends at one time, but now, you're not because they were always throwing shade. That's what I'm hearing. This could even be a mother, sister, like, shit, hell, all of the above for some of us. The fact that you stood up and spoke up, that is creating immense change in a beautiful way. Because Nine of Cups, girl, I love it. I love it, girl. Okay? We are getting our wish. So whatever you've been praying for, whatever you've been working towards, just remember. Don't stay stuck on the past, and don't stay stuck on things that can't be controlled or changed. And I'm guilty of doing that too. But I definitely see that. And don't, somebody could be dealing with a shopaholic here. Be careful, guys. Y'all might be getting so much money to where it's like, I'm going to shop until I drop. But be careful, y'all. That's all I'm going to say. Whoever this is, and I keep getting that message too. Whatever this person did or has done or was plotting, it may have something to do with a loss in the family. It could even be a situation where there's a jealous friend and they end up harming their girlfriend because they're jealous. Jealous of how you look or how, whatever. It's like, and she was supposed to be a friend type thing. I'm telling you. Or they could have been the type that's like, I'm gonna steal your man or something like that. This is wow, wow. Okay, what is this? Okay. Move in silence. Continue to move in silence. Continue to stay focused on your goals and watch, where your money's going. That's all I see. That we should be kind of wary of. But overall, continue doing what you're doing. Continue being your authentic self. Continue pushing forward with these new beginnings and new ideas and new opportunities because they will bear fruit. Whoever this ex is, they might try to reach out to you, honey. And if you guys go out on dates, I don't know why I'm hearing all of this. If you guys get a drink when you're going out on dates, just be careful. Don't leave your drink. Y'all know the deal with that one. Just watch your drinks. Don't leave them around anybody that you don't know because to me it seems like maybe we dealt with that before or what have you. We were betrayed by someone we trusted, someone in the family, things like that. We're still grieving over that. And the best thing that I see for us to focus on is exactly what we have been. Whatever plans that you've been making to move forward, go back to school, whatever creative ideas that you have and want to move forward with, just be aware that although we are going to be blessed and highly favored this year for sure, and we're going into the year that way, there are still going to be some downs with those ups. And I'm seeing that we just need to be wary of who we're giving to and what we're expending our time, energy, and resources on. Because some of us may be like, oh my God, we're finally at a point where we're actually able to, pay off our debts and take care of this, that, and the third and stack. And it might lead you to get to a point where if you're in your emotions, you might overdo it or splurge. Be wary of that and continue to move in silence, because there are some sneaky people. There are some sneaky people still lurking around, girl, trying to find their way back in. But other than that, you guys, I don't want this reading to be too long. Like, it's already too long. But if this reading resonated with you guys, drop it in the comments below. I'd love to see what resonated with you. And I hope that you guys enjoy your day. I'm just going to kick back and relax after this. Okay? So, other than that, you guys, I will be back with a reading soon. And until next time, stay blessed, not stressed. Peace and love.